everybody doing tonight? It is 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We've already gone to dinner. We've already had a glass of wine. So we are ready for some education and some fun. Are you ready? Grab a pen and a paper because I'm going to go over some amazing content tonight to truly help you transform your entire guest consultation process. Like they said, if you have any questions as we go through, make sure you leave it in the chat box below so we can get to as many questions as possible. So what I want to do today, my goal is for you to be able to go from an order taker to a revenue generator. So I'm going to explain what I mean by that here in just a few minutes. But first, I want to tell you who this program is most ideal for. So if you're looking for ways to increase your guest conversion rate, increase your high ticket sales, and become more profitable and generate a lot more revenue and gain the freedom and improve your lifestyle, then you're definitely in the right place. I'm so excited to be with you here tonight, and I want to thank the Empire team for sponsoring this event and helping us reach out to as many people as possible to truly make a difference in the industry. We have perfected a business model for the past 20 years. And tonight, I'm sharing with you one part of that business model on how to improve your guest consultation process. To me, the guest consultation is one of the most important parts of that business model because truly you can generate thousands and thousands of dollars from just that initial interaction with your clients. So how can we improve that? So here's the content I'm going to go over with you tonight. The first thing I'm going to discuss is give you an idea of what is going on in our industry right now, and in my opinion, what is broken, because there's a lot of things that are happening that many people are doing that are not benefiting their business. So I'm going to tell you what those things are. Then we're going to dive into that whole philosophy of order takers versus revenue generators. There are so many people that are literally just doing that right now. It's just fulfilling what the clients want, and that's it. They're leaving so much money on the table, and we're about to change all that tonight. Then I'm going to introduce you to one of our most popular systems called the Sacred System. And that's a system that we teach all of our members, all the people in our community, to go through the process of a consultation and show you how you can turn that consultation into a high ticket program that will improve the results of your clients, help your team generate more revenue, and help your business become more profitable. And then I'm going to wrap up with some implementation strategies and of course some Q&A that you might have. So Sharon had the ability here to introduce me a little bit earlier. I just want to offer everybody a gift. You know, we usually attend a lot of the Empire events. As a matter of fact, this weekend they're going to be in Orlando, which is in our hometown. I'm actually broadcasting live tonight from our studio in Daytona Beach, Florida. And Orlando, of course, is only an hour away. So if you're going to be at the Orlando conference, we will see you there. But what I would like to do is offer everybody my latest book, Success with Guest Consultation. I'm sorry, Medical Aesthetic Success. That's the name of my book. See, the wine is kicking in. So my latest book is Medical Aesthetic Success. You can go to inspirationmanagement.com and you'll be able to get a copy there, totally complimentary. It's filled with so many great strategies. If you don't have how to make millions with your medical spas, that's definitely a great book to have in your success library as well. So I just want to share with you why I'm doing this tonight and, having Empire sponsor this event. One of the things is we have enjoyed such a profitable business for the past 23 years. I want to thank, if we have any members with us tonight, some clients, I want to thank you for your support and your trust in us. But what we work for is all the information that we create, all the educational programs that we create, all lives on Medspa Biz University. That's a place, a platform where we keep all of our content, all of our educational programs actually are on that platform where members can access and be able to learn a lot of the business strategies that we teach. I just want to remind all of our members, you don't need to purchase this program because you gain access to it complimentary on Medspa Biz University. I just want to make sure that you don't go to the shopping cart and try to buy the sacred system. So just a quick little note here. But if you don't have the sacred system, that would be the place to go and get a copy if you want by the end of our time together. I want to take a poll though, because I love to know who our audience is. So if you're already in business, if you're already open, please go ahead and say, yes, I'm open in the chat box. My partner Sharon there is going to be taking a poll for us. And then if you're planning to open, if you're not open yet, please let us know that you're not open yet. But the good news is, whether you're already in business or whether you're not open yet, this program is definitely going to help you establish such a great consultation process that it's going to help make your business soar and literally generate millions in revenue just from this one sacred system. So go ahead and put in the chat box, are you in business already or are you not? All right, so let's start with what's broken, what's going on in our industry right now. I don't know if you guys are aware, but most medical spas generate about $1.2 million in business annual. Now you might think, oh, that's good. Well, actually it's not, because most places don't make any profits because your product costs are so expensive. Your payroll is so high. You have your expenses to run, operational expenses, and then usually you end up with no money. You know, I am telling you the truth because I review P&L statements on daily basis, and most places when they first come to us, they are not making money. I had someone the other day that made over $3 million in 1 year and did not make any profit. Like, how can you generate $3 million in 1 year and not make any profit? It happens all the time. Why? Because the business model that most people operate under is broken. And how is it broken? It's actually very simple, because it just does not make any sense. You spend so much money on product costs. You pay people a lot of money that's not on performance based. And then you end up having so much debt from buying lasers and equipment and so forth that you end up in the hole. And that creates all kinds of pressure, tension. It makes you wonder, why did I go into business to begin with? I just basically bought myself a job, and that's not a good thing. So to succeed, not only do you need to generate a high top line, not only do you need to make $3 to $5 million, but you need to have good financial ratios and implement a business model that makes sense for you to be profitable. Now, the ideal profit we would like to have you make is anywhere between 15 to 20%. Now, if you're making 15 to 20%, assuming you have it as a standalone business model, right? It's just totally separate than your medical practice or whatever else you have going on. Now, if you're making 3 to 5 million, now you're making money. Now it's worthy the headache, the pressure, the tension, the employees to be in business. And that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you make it worth it for you to be in business. But let me tell you how you can really make an improvement. You know, one thing you learn when you go to an MBA or you learn marketing classes or you learn business classes, you know, there's a way that you can grow your business. It's called geometric growth. There's really 3 ways to grow the business. And one way is to increase the number of your clients. That's a no-brainer. You want more business, you just increase the number of clients. But then what's broken in our industry right now is that the size of each transaction is not as big as it should be. And what I mean by that is this. The phone rings, somebody calls up, says, oh, I want Botox. They come in, they get their Botox, and they leave. So the opportunity to increase the size of that transaction is not there. And that's what I mean by your team is an order taker. That's exactly what they do, is they fulfill an order. Somebody wants this, we just give them this, and they leave. Not good. That's not what we want to do. Then the other thing that's missing is how to increase the frequency of the visits. That's how we grow a business. And that's where, again, a lot of people fall short because the retention rate is not where it should be. And many places don't offer a recurring revenue model, a membership model, where we can increase the frequency of the visits. And that is one thing between those two here. Those are the things that we help you implement within your business to make a difference and make a lot more money. Make that $3 to $4 to $5 million a year. And that's exactly what we're going to go over today. And the problems, and I'm telling the truth if you're open. How many people are open, Sharon? What was the percentages?
It's about a 3-to-1 in terms of who is open, and the majority being planning in their stages of opening.
Nice. Well, if you're already open, this is the truth. Again, the phone rings. Your receptionist usually just barely answers the questions. During our seminars, we usually call some of the attendees Medspas to see how they answer the phone. And it's exactly what happens. They have no clue how to convert a caller into a consultation. No one actually trained them. So they don't know. They don't know what needs to happen for us to convert them. And they don't have a training manual. Nobody gave them a script. There's no role playing to make sure that they're actually doing things right. So it all starts right here. So if your guest relations team does not have proper manuals and videos and training to actually do the job, then you're setting them up for failure instead of success. And that's not good. So problem number 2 is you have your injectors. So your injectors, we hear from this all the time. Well, I don't like to discuss money. I'm a medical professional. I don't want to discuss money. Well, my answer to that is if you feel you're a medical professional and you don't want to discuss money, then you should go back, work for insurance-based practices. Because when you're in a cash business, you need to discuss money. And if I'm going to pay you $100,000 a year, you better discuss money, or you're not worthy of the $100,000 that I'm going to pay you. And that's problem number 2. And this happens all the time. So what you end up doing is you have to hire another person to come in after the injector decides how many units or how many syringes, and they come in and then they have to tell the client how much money because your injector does not want to discuss money. Not good. Not good, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have that going on in your place right now, you need to change it immediately because that is not a good situation. And then you have problem number 3. That's the biggest missed opportunity, and that is retail sales. How many people walk out from your injectors' rooms empty-handed? All they want to do is inject and then leave. They don't care about maximizing the results for the client. They don't care about maximizing their own income because they're already making too much money. And they don't care about maximizing your revenue so you can offset some of your costs. And that's why our business model is broken. We need to be able to maximize the revenue of each client that walks in and be able to fulfill their needs as well. So really, you should fulfill their needs first fulfill your professional obligation, and then the money will actually come. And that's what's making most medical spas operate on an average. We don't want to be average. Why would you want to be average? You did not go into business to be broke. You went into business because you wanted more freedom. You wanted to have a better lifestyle. You wanted to be able to make more money. You wanted to be able to have a business that runs on autopilot. Instead, you have totally the opposite. And it's very sad. Owning a medical spa sounds sexy, but you know what? If I'm not profitable, you can have it. You need to be profitable. That's very important. So I would love to take a poll. I would love to know how many people are in the boat that I just described. And how many of you would like to generate, how much would you like to generate on annual revenue? I would love to get the feel for who we have with us today. And what do you think is stopping you now from reaching that revenue goal that you have? So go ahead and put it in the chat for me, because I would love Sharon to be able to give me some of these results so we get an idea of where everybody is so we can fix it. So are you ready to fix it? Woo! Yes, let's do it. All right. So let's start with, how can we start converting our team from order takers to revenue generators? What do you think you need to do? It's actually very simple, you guys. It's not rocket science. Running a medical spa or medical aesthetics or wellness center or whatever you have is not rocket science. It's simple. You just need a blueprint. You need a business model that is proven effective, and then you need to train the team on all the aspects of the model. That's all you have to do is train them. But you know what? That's the part that, I've been a trainer almost all my life. I love education. I love specifically business education. And to me, if you don't invest in educating your team, it's like, imagine this. Imagine the Yankees or the Dallas Cowboys or the hockey teams or the basketball teams. Imagine an owner buying a sports team and then not have a coaching team to train their team. Would that ever happen? Would that ever happen? Absolutely not. So why do we do that in business? Like, you open up the business, you spend more time picking out lasers and products and this than figuring out how you're going to train the team to help you make money. That is just like, to me, I'm always amazed in that fact that people don't take the time to train their teams. And that, to me, is the foundation of success, because a well-trained team will get you where you want to go. But if you have a team that babbles, that has no idea what to say, when to say it, how to sell, how to recommend, how to influence people to doing things that you want them to do, then you're not going to reach your goals. You're not going to reach your goals. So you got to train the team, and that's really where it starts. So I'm going to share with you one of our training programs that we help train with our members that's available, again, on Medspa Biz University, and that's called the Sacred System. So I'm going to go over some steps of it. It comes with an actual manual. It comes with an audio. It comes with a video. It comes with everything that you need, plus all the forms that are needed with the program that will help you generate literally millions in your medical spa just from the consultation process. So, all right. You want to say something?
So, Dory, the comments are coming in a little slow. I think they're also on their wine. However, we are absolutely seeing that they are in the boat. Josephine saying with primary care that she'd love to make millions and keep half of it, and would love some help. And Alicia said she needs the business model. She doesn't know where to start.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're starting. Congratulations on being with us. Yes,
And we
Danny?
just had Linda Lazaro join us live. She's following on Instagram, and we have a
Aw.
lot of hearts coming in.
She might be in this picture that I'm just showing now, maybe. Oh, yes, here they are. That's Linda. And Brianna, her daughter, and her manager, Allie. And that's me at one of our events. So these are pictures of people just like you at some of your events. And actually, Linda is probably one of my favorite members. Nothing against any other members, but I have to tell you, they're so dedicated to success. Her and her team, her husband, Dr. Lazaro, is a plastic surgeon. They have this most amazing locations. They have 3 locations now, and they have over 500 members. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about members. So imagine generating over 6 figures a month just from your membership program, where you don't have to work so hard, and just all the new business is the gravy on top of your revenue that you can generate from your membership model. So if you have not been to one of our events, you definitely need to come and join us. As a matter of fact, we are launching a whole new series of seminars. I'm going to tell you about some of them here in just a little bit, but you've got to invest in your education. You got to invest in your mindset of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So what we want to implement is what we call a get to know you consultation. That's what we call it. We don't just call it a consultation. We have names for everything because we truly deliver a unique experience. And then I'm going to show you how important it is how to present things to actually your clients, and then how to present a quote, how to close, and then how to deliver on that promise. So it's all a cycle that you have to take your clients through to make sure that you're doing things the proper way. And that's the sacred system here. So I'm going to go through it one by one, but I love having systems, because when you have a system, you have consistency, accuracy, and growth. If you don't have a system, then you're winging it. One day you do it one way, the other day you do it another way, and it doesn't work. So we believe in having, it's what we call actually the 4 S's. We believe in having systems, structure, strategies, and solutions, which lead you to the 5th S, which is success. And that's really where we want to get to. But the whole thing about the sacred system is to generate high-ticket programs. So imagine, instead of having somebody just come in and get what they want and leave, imagine with the S in sacred, it's all about scheduling the proper consultation. And imagine having a well-trained team to actually know what to say so they can reserve that get to know you consultation. But not only that, do they have a goal? We received 50 new calls. Out of those 50 new calls, how many of them are you supposed to reserve a consultation with? And when I say reserve a consultation, I don't mean a 2-minute consultation. I'm talking about a head-to-toe consultation, sitting down with someone and truly performing a consultation. So your guest relations team needs to know how to present that to actually get a commitment from the client to want to go through that consultation. So that's the number 1 process of the system that we want to talk about here, the sacred system, and that's the S, which is scheduling that consultation appointment. So that's your number 1. So what can you hope to get from that get to know you consultation? So the clients that we have, members that we work with, that have implemented the sacred system, they average anywhere between $2,500 to about $10,000 out of that consultation. No one is going to come in and just get 20 units of Botox and leave. That's ridiculous. Like, what is 20 units of Botox going to do for somebody? Allergan tells you they need 64 units to be able to get anything. I was talking with one of our members today, and she's telling me, oh, I had somebody that came in for a lip flip, and she had just had her Botox from another medical spa, and they gave her 20 units, and her whole forehead is still moving. I said, so what did you do with her? She said, I did what you taught me to do, Dory. I gave her more Botox, so she's happy. So she ended up doing her full Botox. She did her lip flip, plus she did 2 syringes. So instead of coming in for only the lip flip, all of a sudden she turned her into a higher ticket program. And that's what you should be doing. Because somebody who's not happy now is happy. And that's what a guest consultation can actually do for you. If you take the time to actually listen to what the clients are saying and be able to give them what they need. That's what we need to do. So let me take a little intermission here. This is one of the new seminars we're offering. Since we have so many people with us that are starting out, we have a brand new seminar called Vision to Victory. So it's a startup seminar for anybody who's just getting started, and you basically get the entire A to Z process so you can do a good grand opening and plan your whole place. So we're doing an Empire special where you'll get a $500 savings. So the regular price is $14.95. It's a 2-day event. It's going to be here in Daytona Beach, so you can come and visit us. So you can chat in the box or go to the website and see it if you want to join us. And then the other seminar we have coming up is 7 steps to 7 figures. So those of you who have just gotten started and you want to get to your first million, this is a perfect event for you, and we can help you get to that first million. Now, of course, we have other seminars that take you from 1 million to multiple millions, but since most of the Empire folks are either getting started or just open, these 2 events will be perfect for you. So we look forward to seeing you at some of them. All right, so let's move on to the A in sacred, which is analyzing. And when you want to analyze, you gotta have all the right forms. If you don't have the proper intake forms, you're missing the whole point. But you know what? Most people's intake forms are wrong. They don't know how to do an intake form that will highlight all the problems that people have. So part of the sacred system is you receive all these super effective forms that will help you identify exactly what the clients are looking for. All they have to do is just check, and that opens up the whole door for you to be able to recommend a great program for them. So we teach you this whole process where you have to have a folder with all the information. You have to have the credibility pieces so you can build trust and show them who they're actually dealing with. You have to have a before and after album that shows all your transformations. Have some tea and cookies. Actually, this is the new platform on Medspa University. This is what a consultation room should look like. So you start with doing your actual, whether it's a Visia or an Image Pro, you do the analysis first. Then you put their picture up on a big TV so you can discuss what they have going on, and then you sit down with them just like you're sitting down with a friend, and you're actually generating these high ticket customized programs. And this is how we do a consultation. You gotta do it. You gotta do it this way. So then the question I get is, who's supposed to be doing this consultation? So we're very different. We teach things totally different than anybody else. We don't believe in the provider just doing the consultation, because if you let the provider do the consultation, they're, again, order takers. They're not going to do a good job. they don't know how to sell, they don't know how to recommend, and you end up with just fulfilling orders. So what we do is we train you on hiring a treatment and a product specialist. And that person, their job is just to do one consultation after another, after another. That's their job, is turning people into high ticket programs. And if you have that process in place, you are definitely on your way to $3 to $4 to $5 million. If you're gonna keep getting what you're getting, then you're gonna keep doing what you're doing right now. But if you wanna make changes, then this is the change that you need to make. You guys are with me? Yes. All right, you have a question?
Yeah, so you showed the picture of the consultation room. Why do we need a consultation room? Can't we just do it in the treatment room?
Yeah, that's a great question. No. No, the consultation suite, I like to call it, that's where all the magic happens. If you do it in the treatment room, it's a very awkward selling situation. You have the person sitting in the bed, you're like hovering over them. It's not a selling situation at all. To sell someone, you need to be sitting on that round table and talking and discussing and sharing and proving and customizing and recommending. So now you're in that selling mode rather than me hovering on top of you in the treatment room. Plus, your treatment rooms is for treatments. That's why they're called treatment rooms. They're not for consultation. You're taking away revenue generating opportunities for selling opportunities. You know, the treatments are fulfillment, the treatment rooms. The consultation suite is for generating high ticket programs. So I highly recommend following the process that we teach, because when you do, then you're gonna step into multiple of millions of dollars. So when you implement this system, you have all these forms that you need to implement. The quotation form, your customization form, your intake form, all those things are part of the sales process. And that's what will make you successful. I'm so proud of one of the modules we just did recently, is how to feature your before and after pictures. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, how you guys feature your before and after pictures. It's ridiculous. It really is. They're like this big. You can't tell the before from the after. It's like, what the heck? What are you doing? What are you doing? So we just did this entire module for our members to show them how to feature their work, how to feature their transformations. And how we do it is by telling a story on how this one client came to us. She was experiencing all these challenges. Here's what we recommended and all the treatments that she had, and here's what she had to say, and here's how she looks now. Now that's an after picture. Don't be showing me after pictures with needle marks still there. There's blood on the lips. I mean, come on. And then we wonder why our clients don't want to share their after pictures, because they look like crap. Why would I want to let you blaster my pictures all over the place when they don't look good? But if I come in and you help me look absolutely beautiful, then yes, I will be showing my pictures. Yes.
This is great stuff, Dory. Lena said, can I get the training for my staff if I am not a member?
Yes, you can actually purchase it a la carte on the shop. But you should really just become a member. That way you can gain access to everything that we have. But yes, you can go to inspirationmanagement.com and purchase it a la carte. It's called the Sacred System, Success with Guest Consultation. So yes, so we just covered the results in Sacred. And that's what sells, my friends. If you're not talking about results, then people are not going to be convinced. Yes, we have another question.
Yes, Dory. So Sarah was asking about before and after pictures in terms of she's gotten advice to show the procedure. You said no blood. So should she be showing the actual procedure?
Okay, I'm a consumer. If I see the actual procedure, that's going to stop me from going. Like, I don't want to see. I just want to see the result. I want you to tell me what I'm going to look like. I don't want to see a needle in somebody's forehead or you putting fillers in my cheeks. I mean, that is not appetizing for consumers. And I'm a consumer. I'm one of your clients. That does not turn me on. But if you showed me a picture of somebody that looks absolutely amazing, then yes, I'm going to go get that treatment. Remember, people buy results. People don't buy the actual procedure. They're not buying your laser. They're not buying your product. They're buying the result. That's what they're buying. Keep that in mind. All right. And then the E in sacred is the experience. And this is where so many people, again, drop the ball. Your place is not as clean as it can be. Your place is full of clutter and stuff all over the place. It's not organized. You check into the lobby, it looks like a medical office. If you want to charge the prices that you guys charge, then I better feel like I'm walking into Tiffany or Neiman Marcus or Saks Fifth Avenue. That's what I should be walking into. Not Walmart. You need to have an image that will attract the kind of people that can afford what you are actually charging. So you need to take a look at your facility, the way your team communicates. I saw somebody that came, a team member of a client of ours came to one of our seminars, and I have to tell you, now, I'm not against piercing, tattoos, whatever, that's fine, but you're coming to a professional seminar. And she had an earring just about anywhere you can imagine. Your clients are high-end clients. Do you think they want their injector or whoever they're going to do the treatment to have that image? I don't know. I don't. So keep that in mind. The team skills, communication, care, results, refreshments, follow-up, satisfaction, all these things play a big part into the guest experience. And the better that guest experience is, the more money you're going to make, the higher the retention is. Yes, we have some questions.
Yes. Kelly said, what training do you have to help my receptionist do a better job at converting calls into consultations?
Yes, so it's called Guest Relations Manual, which comes again with a manual that tells them exactly how to answer the phone, how to convert calls into actual consultation. They get to learn lead management, how to follow up with requests or people that are inquiring about things. So everything that they would need, and it even has a test at the end. So they're going to be doing a great job when you actually let them loose to answer your phones. It's a huge part. So again, you can find that on the shop, or if you're a member, you get to have it for free. Okay, and the last part of the sacred system are all the details. So what are the details? The details is what treatments they're going to end up selecting, what home care products they need, and then the quotation that you need to tell them so you can collect the money and then be able to share that final outcome and then close. And that's where most people drop the ball, is because they don't know how to present the quotation and they don't know how to ask for the money. But it all is taughtable. It's all trainable. And all you have to do is actually tell them what to do, train them on it, role play with them, and then they'll get it. And they'll be able to be a lot more effective. So that's the D in sacred. Yes, we have another question.
Actually, we have quite a few coming in, so apologies in advance if we can't get to all of the questions that you are putting in, but please keep adding them. Patrice said, this is very helpful, Dory. Thank you so much. And she did, back to the before and afters, ask about social media promotions and also part of the experience. What's appropriate, and are social media promotions required, essential, or not?
So I would definitely feature before and after pictures on social media for sure. Just make sure that the clients have given you consent to be able to feature them. And how I like to feature my before and after pictures that we teach clients is that you have them come in one day where all of your after people are coming in. You might want to bring in a makeup artist. You prep them for it. Maybe somebody to fix up their hair a little bit. You do makeup and you make them look absolutely amazing, and then you take their after picture. Now they're going to be willing to put their after picture everywhere. So that's a little tip for you that you can improve with that. As far as the continuation of the question, what was that?
So how essential is it to have social media as part of the promotion strategy?
Well, you know, promotions, we only teach for you to do promotions to gain new clients. That's the only time you really should be doing promotions. Other than that, you should be promoting your VIP program where all your savings are tied to that program. As a matter of fact, that's what we call the copy system. And this is where you actually enroll people into the VIP. So promotions, we teach all sorts of marketing strategies to use as promoting your business to gain new clients. And using before and afters to promote new clients is definitely great social proof that you can use to attract new people to you. It's telling everybody that what you do works. And you do that by, as a matter of fact, we just did a module this week about it. It's called storytelling and selling. Because when you tell a story on how a person came to you with all these concerns and how you help them achieve them, those are the best stories you can tell to be able to convert people from a promotion or from just raising their hand saying, help me, to actually saying yes. So, great question.
And then a second more on the sacred from Alicia. She's just starting out, and so how should she separate the consultation and the treatment process with limited staff? Consultation versus treatment, area and process.
Okay.
I think what the question is asking, and Alicia, feel free to type in the chat more, but because she is limited in her team.
Okay. So if you're limited with your team, I would definitely still teach them the sacred system and set expectations and train them to make sure that they do it properly. What I like to do, as a matter of fact, that's what we're doing with one of our clients that kind of is experiencing the same thing. So what we want to do is divide the team schedule into like maybe one day on Mondays. Danny is going to do just consultations all day long. And then on Tuesdays, maybe Sharon is going to do consultations all day long. So you would just designate a day who is going to do the consultations on that day. And that way they can get into the zone, they can get that momentum going, and they can be a lot more effective. We found that when you stop, do something else, start again doing something else, and keep going, you break that momentum and you're not as effective as you could be. So hope that answered your question.
And then Brandy said, where can I purchase the sacred system?
So you can go on inspirationmanagement.com and you'll find it in the shop. So there'll be the tabs up on top, so just click shop and you'll be able to actually find it. Great. So this is actually the business model that we teach. So it starts with lead management, attracting leads, and then the whole guest relations process, what they do with the lead once it comes in, lead management, and then how they reserve the get to know you consultation, then who's going to perform that get to know you consultation, and then being able to deliver with that great guest experience that we just talked about, and then actually start monitoring the results and tracking all the progress, and then the enrollment into the VIP program, and then turning them into that lifetime client. And that's what we teach on Medspa Biz University. Every one of those steps is outlined with everything that you could possibly need to be able to implement it properly so you can reach the multiple millions in 1 year. So today we covered the sacred system, and this is one of the most important also is the recurring revenue model. You got to have a VIP program. If you don't have a VIP program, you're totally missing the opportunities that you could be having right now. Yes.
So Sue asked, in terms of compensation, how, if it's not her, is she able to compensate for those consultations?
How do we pay the person, the treatment and product specialist? So we have a whole process for the pay plan for that. So they are paid a minimal hourly, and they are heavily compensated on bonuses based on the amount of revenue that they actually generate per consultation. It's on closing ratios, revenue generated from each consultation, the fulfillment of the program, and then the enrollment into the VIP. Those people actually are highly paid due to performance, though. It's not like they're going to cost you a lot of money. They're going to help you generate a lot of money. So I just had my coaching call with one of my favorite teams, Aesthetics. They are in Canada, a little tiny town called Sarnia. And they come every month with all their financial reports. Here's our marketing plan for the month, and we talk about everything. So they just reported to me. Their call was at 4 p.m. with me. They came on the call, and we teach one of the gift card promotions. They generated last month over $200,000 from one marketing strategy that we teach. And they were just so excited that last year they had done $149,000 using that same marketing campaign. And this year they went to $200,000 doing that same campaign. So imagine being able to implement those kind of strategies into your business where you can generate 6 figures from one marketing campaign.
Have some hearts coming in on social media.
So if you want to watch their interview, go on YouTube, our YouTube channel. You'll be able to hear their success story, how they took over a dying medical spa in the middle of COVID, and how Dr. Omani put his entire team for 8 weeks in Medspa Biz University before they even opened, and how they have implemented every single thing that we teach. They went from barely under $1 million to now reaching almost $4 million, and they did it in 3 short years. They became a member in 2020. That's what happens when you invest in education.
So Yulia said, I would love to follow that path. Can you tell us about the membership? You mentioned having one and doing one. So she's curious about more.
Yeah, well, actually, you can probably tell them. But yeah, our membership program is phenomenal. Actually, here's Denise. She's another member. Our membership also helps our clients become published authors. You get to come to this seminar where we actually put your name on the book. What do you think of people who published books? Right away, you think of them as experts, right? So Denise has 100 employees, 2 locations, and super successful. But when I first met her, she was one of those people that was generating millions but not making any money. She was broke. And we totally revamped her entire business. She's been a member since 2015. Totally revamped her structure, her compensation, her culture, everything about her place was totally revamped. And now she takes more vacations. Her husband absolutely loves the fact that she's not at the place all day, every day. They go play golf together. They have a house in Bermuda. So she's living the life that she was meant to live now because she implemented a systematic business model. And that's what happens, again, when you are a member. You get to tap into all these tools. We have different levels, just like the Empire membership. So we have solopreneur level, we have a mid-size level, and then our high achiever, which you get more one-on-one time with us. So you can go to inspirationmanagement.com, you go to the Coach Me tab, you'll be able to learn all about our membership levels. And then this is Linda, who's actually was with us, you said, on Instagram. They've been members since 2017. Linda was also in that same boat as Denise. The plastic surgery center was supporting the medical spa because though they were generating revenue again, they were giving all the money away to pay the team and to pay for product costs and expenses, so their profits were non-existing. So again, we went through the whole transformation, and now they have a super profitable business. They have 3 locations now, and they're doing extremely well. And those are the kind of things, the kind of people you get to rub elbows with when you come to our events. Yeah, not only are you learning from us, but you're also learning from other people. So those are the things that we like to have you do. The one thing they all have in common is investing in education. You know, up to this day, I spend anywhere between $50,000 to $75,000 on my education, because if I don't keep learning, how can I keep teaching? And really, you're in the same boat. How can you keep developing your team if you don't keep learning? And the minute we stop learning, we start dying, because you're just flatlined. You might as well hang it up. You went to medical school, you learned how to become a medical professional, and then you go and open up a business, but they didn't teach you business in medical school. So that's why you need Medspa Biz University, because we're going to be able to teach you all the things that you need to know to run a profitable business. So it's definitely worth you looking at it and see what, if you want to invest in your education and if you want to reach those multiple millions in 1 year. Yes.
Sherry says she wants to register for the seminar that you spoke about for the startups. Where can she go for that?
Oh, so again, you can go to inspirationmanagement.com. The website is here. Oh, .com is misspelled. It's .com now.
You're covering it.
Oh, I'm covering it. No, I don't think so. Oh, I'll cover it. No. One thing I would like you to do, actually, since you participated in this, you should go to the page, the homepage on inspirationmanagement.com, and reserve a success planning session. And you get to meet with one of my team members and sit down with them, find out, kind of like our consultation, like your consultation. And we find out about your vision, what your challenges are, and then be able to make a recommendation based on what exactly your needs are and how we can help you. So those are the things that we can definitely help you with. So I'm about the hour here. We're right on time. So maybe a couple more comments or questions.
Yes, I would love to hear some takeaways. So please go ahead and start putting them in the chat and any final questions. Josephine said, I'm a regular member, not VIP. Do I have access to the university? I believe what you're talking about, Josephine, is the membership with Empire. And so we would recommend that you reserve that success planning session that Dory just spoke about, and then we can see how we can help you. And as an Empire member, Dory has graciously added certain additional bonuses for you. So we'll be able to speak about that at the success planning session. I think you already have one reserved, so we're looking forward to speaking with you.
Yeah, that's great. So if you guys take some of this information and just start implementing it, I know I went through it kind of fast because of the lack of time here we have together, but the program itself literally gives you a step-by-step of what you need to do, including how to pay the treatment and product specialist, how to bonus your guest relations for reserving get to know you consultations, how to deliver that whole quotation, how to ask for the money, literally like role played step by step, so your team is very clear on what they need to do to be successful. So, well, that's all I have for you. Oh, one more?
Yeah, one more. So Taylor asked, what is a success planning session? So I can just share that with you as well. So it is about 45 minutes where you are meeting with one of the Inspiration Management business advisors, and we help you set that vision for your 7-figure, especially as many of you are starting, your 7-figure journey. We talk about your top challenges and how you are able to bridge those challenges so you can reach success the fastest way possible. So go to inspirationmanagement.com and you can reserve that. It is a value of $250, but because you are an Empire member, we are offering just a few spots available for you to be able to do that so that you can implement all the wonderful training that Empire is offering.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Empire, for hosting this event. Actually, we're looking forward to doing a couple more here and there. I want to also ask you all to follow us, connect with us on social media. And we have the most amazing YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to it yet, you should go and subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notified every time we post something on YouTube. So thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, team, for being here late. Thank you, John, our video production professional here, Danny and Sharon. Sorry I kept you late, but I hope that you enjoyed it. We would love to hear comments and give us some reviews. And until next time, stay inspired. Bye now.